Hello there. It is the first official leaf walk of the year. We've got color. Did not plan it with the jacket. I designed this jacket. It's beyond bespoke. Literally from family deer hunts. Literally, I don't hunt or anything like that anymore. I'm not interested in killing things. But I do like leather, and I do like the taste of venison. And my family, particularly my father, was really into deer hunting. Anyways, love the color. It's my favorite time of year. It's amazing. The jacket is something I personally designed, and I love having a chance to wear it now that we have cooler weather. What else about all this? We live in very interesting times, perhaps too interesting. I can hear a hummingbird chirping off in the distance right now. I'm also hearing F-15s flying overhead, which is not a normal thing. There's a squadron in Portland here. But what is strange is that they keep trying to call it the National Guard for what is a simple protest. I've seen teacher union protests that are more heated than this is, and I'm not taking a real political tack on this. It was a Trump appointee that judge who ruled that it was totally untethered to the facts that somehow the city is burning in a state of perpetual warfare and a war zone. Clearly it's not. Anyways, the second single's still out. It's doing well. I'm thinking of another single to put out soon. Maybe it'll have some fall colors in it, because each time I do a single, I'm doing a different music video with it. And what I think is interesting about this time of year are the leaves, obviously. Also, the album, Xia, if you look at the graphic elements for it on the front of it, it actually has, what are they called? It's actually a fall scene of the dogwood tree that we have behind the house. And it's really quite stunning and interesting. And what about it? So I think the next music video will have kind of a fall scene and something, and take current events and stuff into approach. And we have red here too. I like all this. This is my sort of thing. Just rad. As far as the second single, which is still the one that's out, and music video, and I shot a small experimental film with it, and I do think having it be an instrumental is good, just because words are so heated right now, and it's kind of creates space for people to think and have their own thoughts themselves. There's times for other things where you can speak up and say your mind, but also you have to conserve your energy, keep your powder dry, so they say. And what else about all that? There's a couple things about that second single that I haven't discussed. It's called Occultation Astrocytes, and what's interesting about it is we have. I made the whole album so it's clearly not AI, and a lot of music has actually been trying to get more and more algorithmic. Even during the 80s, this was happening with click tracks and stuff like that, and like how to reintroduce more human elements, stuff like rubato, which is an Italian musical term, and it means to kind of slow up. It's this gradual slow up, but it's done in a very human way, meaning it's inconsistent. And there's a point in the song where there's kind of drum hits, where it's do do doom do do doom. that last tom hit is sort of held and made late and slowed down, and you're changing the tempo. And that's something that, AI can probably do. Isn't good at doing it right now, especially with feel. It does it in a very sort of mechanical way. But what I did, it's very simple as a human being, to purposefully drag the tempo and create this sense of anticipation, almost like hitting the brakes, but hitting the brakes in an inconsistent way. It's a way of exercising our human agency. And I think that's what's important right now. We're kind of on this precipice of just before the machines can do almost anything. And the machines will get better at doing these things as well. But it's important to exercise our rights even as a type of choice, the choice to slow things down, to wait, to not be pushed, and to kind of savor the space that we have available to us. I think that's important, super important. And I think that's why I chose Occultation Astrocytes as the second single. It felt like it was perfectly tuned to the times. Like even though there's not a single word in it, there's a message behind it. And the message is exercise your own human agency. It's interesting. And part of that agency is weighing the facts and getting all sides and everything else, and not just receiving what other people are telling you. Because, let's face it, there's a lot of stuff going on right here. Anyways, welcome to peaceful, beautiful Portland, Oregon. Oh yeah, look at this house. Decorated for Halloween. Very impressive. Got skeletons. Super cool. Take care of yourself. Anyways, I just saw that the surviving members of Rush are reforming to do a reunion tour with a new drummer. The much beloved Neil Peart died. Haven't toured since 2015, and they missed it. And I think it's great that they're getting out there again and doing it. Obviously, Annika Niles, kick-ass drummer, but totally different than Neil Peart, as pretty much everybody's going to be. I think she's smoother, even more technical in some ways, but less technical as an arranger, probably because Neil Peart was a kick-ass arranger. That's kind of that, and the fact that he was the band's lyricist. But I think it's great that they're getting out there again. I hope that they do some more sort of extended instrumental things, because that's one of the things I love about Rush, actually, is their instrumental interludes. I think they're kind of special and interesting. There's no way Annika is going to be their new lyricist, or even if she is, which I doubt, that she'd be able to, fulfill the role in the same way. I think they're just going to play the oldies. But what I think is going to be great is they have an opportunity to do instrumental music that will have a new character and will be interesting to see. Obviously, she's smoother. What I loved about Neil Peart was he was a little stiff in a good way. Pointed, I would call it. This sort of a crispness to his playing where, a lot of drummers today are working in as many ghost notes as possible, and there's smooth transitions from here to there and everything else. What I loved about Peart were his dynamics and the sort of impressive transient interludes and runs that he would do that would interrupt and interpolate the flow of a song. And I'm certain she's a hell of a drummer. I'm certain she'll do a good job live and everything else like that. But it'll be different. I think it'll be smoother and different. But hopefully Rush can also, even if they don't call themselves Rush, and part of the reason they're all getting together is there's a family, there's a whole crew behind a band like that. And if they want to play together and put on shows together, more power to them. I think the world needs it. And but certainly, if they can do some instrumental things, part of what I did with my album, because I'm incredibly influenced by Rush, is what if they were a little more avant-garde? What if they did more strange instrumental things? I'm certainly not Neil Peart as a drummer, but you can hear his influence in what I do, as all drummers pretty much are today. And I'm certain Annika Niles also has him as an influence. I can see it. I mean, you can't play progressive rock drumming like she does and not be influenced. But I think, there's an opportunity to stretch out a bit. Nobody's expecting them to be the same old Rush. And that's an opportunity. And the guys in that band are smart. They know what they're doing. And more power to them. Good luck to you all. Excited to hear what they come up with.